welcome back to Scout Report. Ahead of today's World Cup final, we're spotlighting 5 players you need to be watching. 5. Paul Pogba. Rarely avoiding the headlines, Manchester United and France star Paul Pogba is probably someone you're already keen to watch in the final. But we're flagging up the 25-year-old because of the difference in his style of play for Deschamps' international setup. Often criticised for his lack of discipline and not appearing serious enough about the game, the midfielder put in a controlled defensive shift as France nullified Belgium's talented attack in the semis. Pogba sat deeper in the midfield, making 5.2 aerial duels and winning an impressive 3.8 of them over the 90 minutes. His work rate was appreciated by his teammates. He won 2 of the 3.8 tackles he attempted, meaning a quarter of France's tackles in the game were attempted by Pogba. His impressive 2.2 clearances per 90 average has been extremely effective in maintaining possession and bodes well for the final versus the like of Mandzukic and Modric. Silencing his critics, Pogba is also proving that he is more of a team player than he normally gets credit for. Over the tournament, he has been taking just 1 shot per 90, a third of what he's been attempting in the Prem, suggesting that he is thinking more defensively, less selfishly and less recklessly. Although not entirely, the 2.4 fouls he is still giving away per 90 is only beaten by Matuidi, who is making 2.5 per game. Pogba has said that the Blues are hoping to rectify their mistakes made in the 2016 Euros. He has stated that I've had a taste of losing a final and I don't want it to happen again. And after knocking out Argentina, Uruguay and Belgium, the one-time winners are favourites ahead of this final. 4. Dejan Lovren. Dejan Lovren makes it onto our hot list due to his own outrageous arrogance. Claiming that after the season he's had playing in the Champions League final and now the World Cup final, the 29-year-old needs to be considered as one of the best defenders in the world. Outrageous statement surely paves his way for his own fatal decline, as the stats don't all back up his arrogance. Having made 42 caps for Croatia since 2009, Lovren has helped restore his country's and his own reputation over the tournament. He's been making 0.7 tackles per game at the World Cup, not quite world-class level, and is fewer than that made by attacking midfielders Perisic and Modric, while his number of interceptions is also below average, ranking 12th lowest in the Croatian side, with 0.7 per 90. Unsurprisingly, at 6'2", Lovren has been useful in the air, winning 5.3 aerial duels per game, more than anyone else in his side. And in the game versus England, he won an impressive 6, which is vital in hindering the 3 lions' attack and their threat from set pieces. As underdogs throughout the tournament and going into the final, they have had little over 50% possession per match. Lovren has been careful and organised with the ball, with an 88% passing accuracy. But they'll need more than that against France and their potent attack and solid defence in the final. 3. Luka Modric. The man who can provide enough to trouble France is 32-year-old Luka Modric. The 4-time Champions League winner has set out his stall as a likely player of the tournament after his intelligent play has conducted Croatia's storm to the final. Over the competition, the Real Madrid playmaker has created 16 chances, double that of any of his teammates. Their output, however, has been spread across their front line, with Modric contributing 2 goals and 1 assist, the same as Perisic and Mandzukic, proving that they're all taking responsibility. Despite controversies in Croatia that could see Modric with a criminal record at the end of the World Cup, he's been in spectacular form. During the quarter-final against Russia, Modric became the first player in the tournament's history to attempt over 100 passes in a game. Evidence that he's been pulling the strings from midfield as he regained possession for Croatia 15 times. Modric did the same in the second half of the England game after they reasserted control after going 1-0 down after 5 minutes. On average, he's been making 2.7 key passes per 90, more than anyone else in the squad. After the England match, the ex-Spurs player criticised the English media for underestimating his nation, proving that arrogance is clearly in the water at the Croatian camp. So we should expect them to go into the final full of confidence, if a little tired after 3 consecutive bouts of extra time. Ready to gain his 112th international cap, Modric will carry Croatia into their first ever World Cup final, where he'll attempt to add to his tally of 14 goals and beat Mbappe to the Golden Ball. 2. N'Golo Kante. The 27-year-old has been a key figure in France's extremely organised starting lineup, despite having only collected a total of 30 international caps. With an 89% pass success rate, he is a calm and collected figure, perfect to allow the likes of Mbappe and Griezmann to take more risks further up the field. At the tournament so far, he has recovered the ball 48 times, more than any other player, so the battle in midfield should be a very interesting watch. Sitting at 2.3 tackles per 90 minutes, only Matuidi and Hernandez have more than the Chelsea player, who has only had his name in the refs book once. Kante makes more interceptions than any other player in blue, averaging 3.2 per game. Pair this with his 1.7 clearances and sitting in front of a defence that only has conceded 4 goals, 3 of them against Argentina. The last defensive-minded player to win the Golden Ball was Italy's Fabio Cannavaro back in 2006, so it's not looking likely for the Frenchman to get the credit. But his performances across the tournament, along with his years in the Prem for Leicester and then for Chelsea, prove that he's become a major cog in pretty much any team he finds himself in. 1. Killian Buffet. One of the standout players for the 2018 World Cup has undoubtedly been the 19-year-old PSG star Killian Buffet. As France enter their second major consecutive final after Euro 2016, they look to the youngster to make the difference and to grab the trophy this time round. So far, Mbappe has scored a total of 3 goals of France's 10 World Cup goals, matching the output of Antoine Griezmann. He has been a prolific source of creativity from the beginning of the tournament. In the 4-3 victory over the Albi Celeste, Mbappe bent time and space when he charged down the pitch at 27.8 miles an hour to earn France a penalty and consequently their first goal. On average, he's been dribbling at 22 miles per hour. For context, over 100 metres, Usain Bolt averages just 1 mile an hour faster. After making 4.7 successful dribbles per 90 on average and a huge 7 in the semi-final, he proves to be a dangerous threat even on the biggest of occasions. He continued to impress in their semi-final versus Belgium when he contributed 6 key passes to beat the Belgians and earn France their spot in the final, double that managed by the rest of his team put together. His electric performances definitely put him in contention for the Golden Ball, but the intelligent playmaker isn't interested in individual awards, quoting that "I couldn't care less about the Ballon d'Or, I want to win the World Cup, I want to sleep with it." His exploits on the pitch have been extremely well recognised, and with Ronaldo's move carving room in the Real Madrid dressing room, he has entered the headlines as an unlikely but possible target for Los Blancos, as 54% of fans have said they want the number 10 ahead of Hazard or Neymar. The CIES value him at €188.7 million following his €155 million move to PSG. However, with the French giants in the midst of a financial fair play investigation and Real Madrid looking to fill CR7's huge boots, they're rumoured to be willing to spend big to bring him to the Bernabeu. Thank you for watching Scout Report. That was 5 players to look out for in the final. Anyone else, let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed that, make sure you go over to FD, where we're doing a watch along for the final, which you will love. And don't forget to like and subscribe.